to kick off.
A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in 2019 from Ohio State. It's Dwayne Haskins.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know. Must increase that a little bit in terms of ratio, but first and foremost, they did win the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw on 3rd down. Haskins, and that is incomplete.
Haskins pass.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22.
Holding, receiving team.
So that one will be accepted.
Automatic first down.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. And again this time to the tailback. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
From the 31, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice...
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Bryce Love, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down.
Haskins on the keeper.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 28-yard line.
On the run is Connor. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
James Conner, the
just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches.
At the 50-yard line.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Haskins going to throw again. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On first and 10 is Connor. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
Right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play out.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Haskins pass.
Deontay Johnson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it, to throw it underneath, a short pass like that? But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20.
How you like me now?
Touchdown, Titans.
Down, Titans.
A big play there. 82 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead.
Josh Lambo lining up for the point.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
Set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Cameron Sutton on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
A gain of 5 brings up...
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Haskins on the keeper.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
A gain of 3 on the play. 1st down, Steelers.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Titans 14, Steelers 7.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin White leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Haskins, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Haskins. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Yeah.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Recovered.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the gun, a give to Connor. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
On the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And his throw here's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Right back to him on first down. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 36.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. That's caught. It's Thomas.
Nice goal.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play, not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there.
And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet. I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started. He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Connor. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Titans going to use the first. To their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Titans 42-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And to give this time to the tailback. Accelerating, and off he goes.
It's sad they pay me.
Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. 93 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the... End zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, you usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally. Down big on the scoreboard right now. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Well, he was trying to make something happen there outside of the pocket, but ultimately what did happen was a loss of yardage.
Yeah, he held on to it for a long time, didn't he? As you talked about, trying to make something happen, hoping something would come open, but it didn't. Ends up shoveling it off. Ends up going for negative play.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Anthony Ferkser, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan coach. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Hey, we don't need no more penalties right here.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 7.
Now a handoff looking right, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
We got 3. We got 3.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Butler. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
32-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 50 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to go back to Thomas again. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts, not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lob it for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
2nd and 11 at the 7-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Good catch there by Eric Ebron, and the Steelers are hoping that they see the 2018 version of this young man. 66 catch, 750 yards, and 13 touchdowns. And that was good enough for 2nd in the league with the Indianapolis Colts. The Steelers like to throw to the tight end. They hope Ebron is the guy.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Holding, receiving team.
Oh, man, come on.
The holding penalty sets him back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. And to give this time to the tailback. Big hold to the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down.
The ball carried by.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action.
At the 35-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
The ball carried by
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go on 4th down. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Made by Myles Garrett. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 20.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins rolling to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
On the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun. Haskins, and he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards.
63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Haskins. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Down at the 20.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Receiver, the ball carrier.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And Jackson throwing once more. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
The Titans on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
You gotta be kidding me.
So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Jackson will throw again. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
12 yards.
They'll try and run for it.
4th down.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the gun, Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
By the Steelers.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Flushed out right. He'll run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The Steelers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Haskins. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now this throw complete to Washington. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. To throw again on second down. Haskins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
And 1 yard to go.
Haskins back to the air. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
And there's James Conner showing his versatility with a nice reception and first down pickup out of the backfield. 3 years into his pro career, though, he hasn't played a full season, so they want to see durability increase for him. But during his Pro Bowl year in 2018, that's when he showed everything. 55 catches that year, only 34 in 2019. They're hoping those numbers continue to climb for James Conner.
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Haskins out of the gun. But it's brought in by Washington.
Haskins pass.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Buying time to his left. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Titans 20-yard line.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. So they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Titans, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.